Friends at home, greetings and welcome to this another edition of Quinn Street Project, fun drama lessons at home, while we make the most of the pandemic. We wish we could be in person, but for now, what's exciting is that we get to play with you wherever you are, wherever you got a connection, we still get to be creative. My name is Miss Tierra. My pronouns are she and they. I am super excited that I get to play and create with you for these next series of lessons where we're going to be doing a deep dive into imagination. If you have been rocking with QSP for a while, you've heard that the three tools of an actor are our body, our voice, and our imagination. And so all of these lessons, the things, the games, the activities we're going to be doing are really going to be like stretching, exercising those imagination muscles. And so let's dive on in. First thing that we're going to do typically to start our lessons is to take some breaths together. So I will invite you, if you are standing, which I am, and I recommend, it's nice to get up. A lot of us have been sat in front of computers and devices all day. If you're able to stand, you can stand in actor neutral with a nice long spine. If you're sitting, that's okay too. You can be just however you're sitting, sit up with a nice, tall spine. We're not talking about like rigid straight like this, but just like, where all of your the bones in your back are just stacked on top of each other, and you're here, you're present, you're ready to go. So go ahead and get your body into actor neutral, either standing or sat. And then I'm actually going to close my eyes. I invite you for these breaths. If you want to, you can close your eyes. You don't have to. Another option would be maybe you look forward and you find just a spot on the floor or kind of in front of you where you can just gently rest your eyes. So you can, or keep them open if that's better for you. So you can go ahead and make a choice like me. You can close your eyes. You can find a place to rest your eyes or keep them open. And we're going to take just a couple breaths. Let's go. Inhale in through our nose, out through our mouth. One more, in through our nose, out through our mouth. And finally, 1/3 one in through our nose. We're going to hold it for a couple seconds. Hold it for 3, 2, 1, and out. And if your eyes were closed or resting, you can open them. You can bring it back to the screen. And next part of our lessons is going to be a check-in. And my check-in question for the day is really just, how are you doing? It's been a lot this year, even though we're in 2021. Just how are you feeling in your own body? Thank you for taking that moment for yourself. I would say how I'm feeling today is nervous because it's my first time recording one of these lessons for you. And you're not here, so I can exactly interact with you the way we normally would like to, but I'm feeling excited. So that's how I'm feeling. And something that is nice about the fact that this is a video series is that if there's any time I ask a question that you want more time with, you can pause and think about what your answer is and then press play when you're ready. You can also, if there is a point where there's instructions for something and maybe they went a little fast, you want to hear them again, you can pause, you can rewind, you can listen to them as much as you want and then go at your own pace. So that's something that's kind of nice about these virtual lessons. Cool. So we're as I said, our deep dive together is around imagination. And since we're going to be in this imaginative space together, I want to take a moment and actually have you think about what's the point of imagination? Like, why is imagination important to you? You can take a couple moments and think about that for yourself. Why is imagination important? I am excited to hear, virtually, like through the space, whatever you've been thinking of. And some of the things that I would add to whatever you came up with are that imagination is fun and having fun is important. It's a way that we play together, and that's a way for us to build friends, which is important for humans and for adults. Like everybody deserves to have fun and play. And also, everything that you see in the world that's been built was imagined by someone else. So right now, in the Zoom world, I'm in front of a background of the Golden Gate Bridge. Some people imagined that, and and then through different processes, that's how it got built. So the world that we see now, if there are things that we see that we might want to change, we have to be able to imagine what those changes are in order to do that. So exercising our imagination muscles is really, really important. It's not just a way to play for kids, it's important for all of us. And that's why we're going to take the time to make sure that our imaginations are wild, free, and fun, and so that we can create the world we want to create. All right, let's keep going. So we're going to actually take that theme of imagination into a warm-up. And again, for this, I would say, I'm encouraging you to stand if there's a way that you can stand. If what you're able to do is sit, there's still going to be ways for you to do that as well. But I'm going to go ahead and be standing. I'm starting in actor neutral. And for this warm up, it's just as I do, you do. You can follow at your own pace, however you want to. But we're going to go ahead and start this by just rolling our shoulders forward. And continuing to breathe the way we did at the start of class. We're going to roll our shoulders back. And something starts to happen as we roll our shoulders back. Somehow, I don't know how this is happening, but on the back of our shoulders, we're starting to sprout feathers. One pops out, and another pops out, then more and more, and they're covering our shoulders, and they're covering our arms, so that now we have wings. And you get to decide what color the feathers in your wings are. You get to decide how big they are. But y'all, I don't know how this happened, but we've got wings, so let's fly. Let's take a deep breath in and spread our wings. Exhale, close our wings. Deep breath in, spread our wings. Exhale, close our wings. Let's do a deep breath in and spread our wings up. Look at that, wow. Exhale, take our wings down. And then we shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. And then we're just back to ourselves. All right, let's keep going. Next thing that we're gonna do is, say a couple magic words. And then in this hand, whoop, we got a paintbrush. And you get to decide what color your paintbrush is, how big it is. Is it plastic? Is it wood? Is it made of a stone? But let's go ahead and do some painting. And let's, since it's theater, let's paint in kind of an out of the box way, a way that we maybe wouldn't paint in our real life with our magic paintbrush. You're gonna take your paintbrush, you're gonna stick it to the top of your head. And this is a magic paintbrush. So you know what, actually, sorry, I forgot something. Take your paintbrush off. This is over here, this other hand. Say some magic words. We need some paint if we're gonna be painting. So over here in this hand is paint of whatever colors you would like. It could be rainbow paint, it could be metallic paint, it could be glitter paint, it could be just one color, whatever you want. But let's make sure that we get some paint on that paintbrush. Make sure that you cover every little bit. Okay, beautiful. Then we can shake away, no more paint on our hands. And now let's stick those paintbrushes up to top of our heads. Since it's a magic paintbrush, it's actually gonna grow and grow and grow and grow until the bristles hit the top of the ceiling. We can take our hands down, and now we don't need our hands to paint. We can move our heads and paint on the ceiling with our tall paintbrushes, making gentle circles one way and making beautiful paint circles on the ceiling. And we can make those circles bigger And this is a magic paintbrush, so we can make it so that it actually reaches all of the walls in our house as we paint. Let's go the other way. Painting the walls with your paintbrush. And there may even be globs of paint that fall. That's okay. It's magic paint. You won't get in trouble. It won't stay. Okay, finish up your ceiling and wall painting. And when you're done, take that off. And actually, you know, we can say, thank you so much, Magic Paintbrush. We won't need you anymore. And like say bye to it. You can flick it away. And then look at the art that you made. Look at the designs you made on the ceiling and the walls. And as we're looking up there is something up there that you really, really want. Now, I don't know what it is for you. It could be a puppy to play with. It could be a new song by your favorite artist. It could be a day at the beach. It could be, you know, a big bag of oranges. I don't know what it is for you, but up there, it's something that you really want. So we're gonna reach up and stretch to try to get it. Let's reach up one hand. Let's reach up the other hand. Really trying to get whatever that is. Let's reach up both hands. Oh, we're trying to reach it, trying to get it, trying to get it, trying to get it. And it actually, we want it so much, we reach so high that it's coming down to us. You can actually see it in front of us. Whoa, you all are magical. Well, let's go, let's put that in a safe place for later. All right. Then next, we're gonna warm up our hands. Between your hands is some kind of liquid. I don't know what it is for you. It could be water. It could be paint again. Could be honey. Maybe it's like really sticky. You get to decide. And so take a moment and explore. What's the feel of that liquid? Is it dripping? Is it cold? Is it warm? And now, welcome to our first annual Zoom virtual liquid fight. So basically what you're gonna do is in the next 10 seconds, see if your liquid, you can flick and cover the entire screen. So, okay, it's a competition. Let's see in 10 seconds, if can you cover your whole screen with this liquid that you made? All right, let's go, starting now. Last couple seconds, make sure everything is covered. All right, let me see the results. Wow, you came out in first place. Amazing, amazing. I don't even know if you can see me right now because your screen is covered, but let's say some magic words and whew, let's just get that off the screen. Get that off the screen so we can keep with our lesson. All right. Okay, next one is we're gonna warm out our feet. And I think that I'll be able to show you this. I back up, yeah. Fantastic. So go ahead and stand on your one leg. If you're seated, I think this will work for you perfectly anyway. And stick out your other leg, your other foot. And you're gonna imagine that the tip of your big toe is some kind of marker or pen, whatever color you like, whatever thickness you like. And you're going to use that big toe marker to write your name in the air. So you can go ahead and do that now. And I would say first name, middle names if you have them, and last name. This is just a fun way to roll out our ankles. When you're done with that, put that leg down. You can stand on the other leg, stick that other leg out, and do the same thing. You got a big, you got some kind of marker or pen at the end of your big toe, and you're going to write your name in the air with it. All right, you're done. And okay, last thing for our warm up today. Welcome to the first annual ever Zoom hula hoop competition. So what you're going to do now is you're going to reach down Pick up your hula hoop. We're competing, by the way. Our projections are that you're gonna win, but we'll see. I'll try. And so your hula hoop, you get to decide what color is it. If it turns, does it make any sounds, any music? Is it, covered in any designs or stickers? Imagine if you were gonna be like competing in a hula hoop competition, what would you want your hula hoop to be? Could even think about what costume would you wear, what clothes would you wear for your hula hooping competition to best represent yourself? All right. And so for the next 10 seconds, we're gonna try to compete to see who can hula hoop the fastest. All right, so let me adjust the camera. All right. Okay, you ready? All right, ready, set, go. 3 more seconds. Grab your hula hoop. That was some fierce competition. And now we gotta go the other way. All right, ready, set, go. 3 more seconds. Okay, stop. Oh, you can drop your hula hoop. Oh my gosh. You were some really good competition. And I think you won that. So congratulations. You really gave me a run for my money. Fantastic. All right. You can shake that off, shake that off, shake that out. We're not in competition anymore. We are just ourselves back in the room, and that is our warm up. How are you feeling right now? Is it different or the same as when we started? Okay. Great. So now we are going to be getting into some games for the day. And the theme of our first class around imagination is something called improvisation. And actually, to talk about that, I want to bring on a friend of mine. Miss Anna, are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
You are here. Oh my goodness. Hi. Yeah, y'all, if we were going to play games, I didn't want to just play by myself. So I brought on my friend here so we can all have fun together. So when we're talking about improvising, Miss Anna, this word improvisation, do you have any idea what that means?
It is a familiar word. And I think that if you've taken improv classes with QSP before, you've probably heard the phrase first thought, best thought. Does that kind of sound like the right path, Miss Tierra?
100%. If we want to think about improvisation, friends at home, whether this is new or it's old hat with you, maybe you've been rocking with QSP for a while. We think about improvisation, that is making stuff up on the spot. And a good way to sum that up is first thought, best thought. We think about that because when we're improvising, often in a scene, there's a way that sometimes we get subconscious about our ideas. Maybe we think that like, oh, I thought of something, but maybe that's not a good idea. I don't want to share. And that's completely understandable, right? That happens to all of us. We get nervous. I told you I was nervous starting this class today. But something that we're going to practice as a way to build this muscle is first thought, best thought. Let's just go with that. So we're going to do different games to work on that. Part of improvising, I would say, especially with other people, is just listening, just being, being able to take deep breaths and listen to yourself, your ideas that come from inside here, and pay attention to your scene partners who might have really good ideas about what they want to do and add to a scene. So we're going to do a couple games focused on that listening. The first one is just going to be a mirroring activity.
Oh, Miss Tierra, I have one more thing. There's another phrase that our friends at home may have also heard in one of our improvisation lessons, and that's the idea of saying yes to ideas. So if we are listening at home and we're following along and someone has first thought, best thought, and you think it's maybe not a great idea, you have to kind of check that and think, I'm going to say yes to this idea, because when you say yes to ideas, it opens up a whole new world, because you don't know what road you don't know what's going to happen if you walk down that road with that person's idea. So we want to be supportive and say yes and to each other's ideas. Back to you, Ms. Tierra. Sorry.
Yes. No, thank you so much. Absolutely. And that's part of that listening. So for example, for our games today, or even if that warm up or things you're going to do, maybe you heard it and, sometimes you might feel like, I don't know if that's for me. I don't know if that's for me. That might be for someone else. It's not for me. So what we're going to be able to do is make a time where what we're practicing is just trying it on, saying yes and seeing how it feels, because you might like it. And, you might then have ideas that you didn't know that you were going to have before. So we're going to practice all of that in this next game, which is a mirroring activity. So I'll ask, Miss Anna to help demonstrate with me. So for this, there's going to be a leader. Let's say it's first me. And I'm just going to start moving in some kind of way. And the person who is following, who is mirroring, is going to act like my reflection, right? What they see me do, they're going to do, just like they're my reflection in a mirror. Okay, and thank you, Miss Anna. You can let that go for now. Is there anything else I want to say about that? Yeah, I would say this is an activity that's about listening with our eyes and with our bodies. How can we try to try on somebody else's movement inside of our own bodies? Cool. So, you at home, we're going to do this a couple times. We'll have me kind of be leader first, and then we'll have Miss Anna, and you can just join us as a follow. Try to be the leader's reflection wherever you are at home, all right? So make sure you're in actor neutral, either like standing with a nice tall spine or sat with a nice tall spine. I'll go ahead and begin as a leader, and let's go. All right, I'm high-fiving Miss Anna to take over as the leader.
And I'm high-fiving friends at home to maybe try this with someone, a grown-up in your house.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. See if you can find somebody you can split the activity to and say, okay, I'm going to be the leader. And part of that, you saw, because this is our first time doing it, Miss Anna and I were going kind of slowly. Part of what we practice in this game, at least at first, is being able to, do a movement that, your friend who is your reflection can follow. So trying to make it so that you're listening together. And sometimes when you do this, eventually you can't even tell who's leading. And that's really cool. Okay, so thank you for trying that on. You did amazing. We're going to come on to our next game, which is called 1, 2, 3 Storytelling. So the way that this is an improv game in a couple ways. So one person is going to be the storyteller, and the other folks will give some kind of word, some suggestion for a topic of a story that they're going to tell. And then the storyteller is just going to improv. They don't have any written lines. They're just going to speak their thoughts for a story. And sometimes just drop in the words 1, 2, 3. And when you are listening to the storyteller and you hear 1, 2, 3, that means you got to get off camera some kind of way. Then when you hear 1, 2, 3 again, it's your cue to get back on camera. So part of what you get to practice in this game, if you're not the storyteller, is pay attention to the story. Can you follow the story and hear these cues that are cues to get off and get on? So again, when you hear 1, 2, 3, the first time, if you're on camera, get off camera. And then if you hear 1, 2, 3 again, you come back on camera. Fantastic. Cool. So I'll ask Miss Anna, do you have an idea for a topic of a short story that I could tell for our game?
A true story or a fiction story?
Ooh, I'm gonna say fiction.
Okay. I would like to hear a story about a mermaid.
I love mermaids. All right. Once upon a time, I was taking a run, 1, 2, 3, across the Golden Gate Bridge. It was a beautiful day. It was actually the morning. The sun was rising, 1, 2, 3. And I heard some music. So I stopped. And I was like, am I listening to earbuds 1, 2, 3? I realized I wasn't. Actually, that morning I had left them. And then 1, 2, 3, I looked around for the source of the music. I went forward 1, 2, 3, see if I could hear it. Didn't see anything. Went backward 1, 2, 3, didn't hear it. Then decided, is it coming from below? So I went over and I peered over the bridge 1, 2, 3 and saw, I'm not joking, a mermaid. 1, 2, 3. And so I said, oh my gosh, it's a mermaid. 1, 2, 3. And went back and looked again. I went to take a picture of her. 1, 2, 3. She waved up and said, oh, no pictures, please. I was like, I've always wanted to see a mermaid. And she said, 1, 2, 3, I understand, but if everyone knows I'm here, then I'll have too big of a crowd for my singing 1, 2, 3, and then I'll be too nervous to practice. So I said, okay, I understand. Can I ask you one question, 1, 2, 3? And the mermaid said, yeah, anything. And I said, okay, what's the best part of being a mermaid, 1, 2, 3? And she said, one of the best parts is just that I get to spend a lot of time with whales and with dolphins and sea turtles and other beings, 1, 2, 3, that, have to live in the ocean. They can't live up there, 1, 2, 3. And I was like, oh my goodness, I imagine that's one of the best parts of being a mermaid. So we said bye, 1, 2, 3. And, I kept my secret until now, 1, 2, 3. But it may be that if you are on the Golden Gate Bridge when the sun is rising, 1, 2, 3, and you don't have your earbuds in, 1, 2, 3, you just might hear and meet a mermaid. And that's the end of my story. Thank you.
Yay! That was a very good mermaid story.
Thank you. Yeah. And that, I'll go ahead and say as an actor, friends at home, improv makes me nervous. Like I get nervous. Also, I get like, oh, what if I don't have a good thought? But then it's just like I get to practice just like you at home. First thought, best thought. Let's say yes. Let's keep going, and then we can have a lot of fun. All right, Miss Anna, would you be willing to try on telling us a story for 1, 2, 3 storytelling?
I'm going to say yes because I'm nervous, and I want our friends at home to want to be comfortable being nervous and living in the nerves. Okay, so yes.
Okay. Could you tell me a story about cats?
We might get a guest star if you're if you're lucky. Okay. So once upon a time, there were 2 cats, 1, 2, 3, named Sonia and Bubbles. And Sonia and Bubbles, 1, 2, 3, were very different cats. One was a very shy cat. Sonia was very shy, and Bubbles was very, very brave, 1, 2, 3. One day they were outdoor cats. So they were out in the world and they saw what they thought was a great big hairless cat walking on 2 legs, 1, 2, 3. And this great big hairless cat is maybe what we would call a human. And Sonia was a little bit afraid to go say hi to this human, 1, 2, 3. And Bubbles was very excited to go say hi to this human, 1, 2, 3. So Bubbles ran over to the human and started rubbing on the human's ankles and purring. And Sonia hid behind a tree, 1, 2, 3. Well, this human was a very kind human and noticed, oh, I think we're about to meet Bubbles. Here's Bubbles, 1, 2, 3. There she is. And and the human noticed that Sonia and Bubbles needed to get some medical attention and needed a great big dinner, that they looked like maybe they hadn't had a good meal in a long time, 1, 2, 3. So the human, here comes Bubbles again, 1, 2, 3. So Bubbles and Sonia ended up going with the human, even though the human had to ask, hey, Bubbles, does your sister want to come out from behind the tree and be brave? You'll go check. Okay, great. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. So, and oh, there's another human. Goodbye, human. And once they coaxed Sonia out with some tuna, 1, 2, 3, the human brought Bubbles and Sonia to the doctor, and the doctor said, I can help them, to the veterinarian, and the veterinarian got them all fixed up and said to the human, you get to take them home and take care of them. And Bubbles and Sonia and the human lived happily ever after.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. And I love that we had a guest star.
That, just so you know, that was that guest star's was acting. Her name is not Bubbles, her name is Anya. So there you go.
Beautiful, exactly. And she was down to improvise. So, you know, if the cats can do it, I bet we can do it too. Amazing. Friends at home. I'm so curious how that was for you. And, you know, this is probably, you know, this is a game that you could adapt with a friend. You know, if it's in person, you know, you could have them be behind a chair. Maybe they have to hide. Or, you know, if you're able to be on Zoom or one of these platforms, it's a game that you can play with your friends too. All right, we got one more game. And this is the one that we have been working up to. This is called Yes, Let's. Something that we're going to be doing in Yes, Let's, that if you've been with QSP for a while, it might be familiar to you, but even if it's new, if it's review, it's something called pantomiming. Pantomiming is acting things out with our body without words. So the reason that Yes, Let's is both an improvising and a pantomime game is because one of us, you know, me or Miss Anna, is going to suggest something for all of us to do, and that includes you at home. So they might say, you know, hey, let's brush our teeth. And then we all say, yes, let's. Exactly. That's that way we talked about, you know, that we want to practice saying yes. So this is literally a game we practice saying yes. So one of us, like I might say, hey, let's brush our teeth. Then everybody together says, yes, let's. And then we start to pantomime brushing our teeth. And the way that you pantomime brushing your teeth might be different from how I do it, might be different from how Miss Anna does it. That's all good, but we all get to just try it on. Like, I really want to reach like my back molars. My dentist says I really gotta get back there. And so we would do this until another person comes up with something else to do. And just, you know, for today, it'll be me and then Miss Anna, and we'll just do this for a while. And again, you get to say, yes, let's with us, and then try on whatever, you know, thing that we're acting that day. All right, alrighty. So again, I would suggest, you know, make sure you're an actor neutral, either standing with a nice strong spine or sat with a nice strong spine. Miss Anna, let's comb our hair.
Yes, let's. Oh, I like to finger comb my hair because I get a lot of tangles.
I actually usually do too, but today in this pantomime, I want to use a comb.
Oh, Miss Tierra, can we make scrambled eggs?
Yes, let's.
I actually don't eat eggs anymore, so this is very exciting to pantomime.
Oh, Miss Anna, let's walk our pet hummingbird.
Yes, let's.
Whoa.
Whoa. Miss Tierra, let's go stand up paddleboarding on the bay.
Yes, let's.
Oh,
Miss Anna, let's play basketball.
yes, let's.
Oh,
Miss Tierra,
yes,
let's go fishing.
yes, let's.
Hi, fishy. I'm gonna let you back into the water.
Oh, boy.
You got a big one, Miss Tierra.
Yeah. Miss Anna, how about we go climb a mountain?
Yes, let's. Oh. Oh, Miss Tierra,
Yeah.
let's go bowling.
Yes, let's. Miss Anna, let's rock a baby to sleep.
Yes, let's. Oh, Miss Tierra,
Yeah.
let's go to the library.
Yes, let's. Miss Anna, let's write a letter to a friend.
Yes, let's. Love, Miss Anna. Oh, Miss Tierra, let's go bird watching.
Yes, let's. Oh. Miss Anna,
Yes.
let's try to lure a bumblebee with a flower.
Yes, let's.
Not having very much luck, but I'm trying.
I know, my bumblebee is really enjoying the sunshine.
Oh, Miss Anna.
Yeah.
Let's have a dance party.
Oh, yes, let's. Oh, Miss Tierra, let's water the garden.
Yes, let's. Miss Anna, let's give ourselves a round of applause for doing so well in that game.
Yes, yay.
Yes. Oh my goodness, friends at home. I wish that we were there to see all of your brilliant pantomiming and of course to hear some of what your suggestions would be, because I am sure they were wonderful. How was that for y'all, friends at home? What was that like? Well, I can say I'm just so grateful that we had time today to play. We're going to go ahead and check out and then close out our lesson. So my checkout question for everybody is the same one that I had from the beginning. Just how are you feeling right now? Friends at home, how are you feeling? Miss Anna, what about you?
I'm feeling invigorated.
I am feeling just like I had a lot of fun. You know, I was nervous at the start, but getting to play and use my imagination definitely helps me feel more calm and playful and like I had fun. All right, well, thank you so much, friends at home. Let's, if you want to join me just for a closeout, we'll just close with a couple breaths, just like we started. So if you want to, get back into actor neutral, standing or sat, and you can choose to close your eyes or rest them somewhere or keep them open. It's up to you. Go ahead and make your choice, and then deep breath in through our nose, out through our mouth. Deep breath in through our nose, out through our mouth. Deep breath in through our nose. Hold it for a couple seconds for 3, 2, 1, and out. All right, you can open your eyes or bring them back to the screen if they were closed. Thank you so much, friends. Be kind to yourself, be kind to each other. See you next time.